Welcome back. So, I'm an idiot. um, I didn't tell my partner that I was video recording, and they walked in to grab a laundry basket, which is perfectly acceptable, and I'm still an idiot. However, when they came in, I did something really silly and hissed like a cat because I was really confused as to what was going on. So enjoy that. I don't have anything more to say on it. I just enjoy my stupidity. It's fine. It's fine. Um, let's see. We'll do a couple more, and then I'll just kind of sound off on anything else that stands out to me in my brain. Um, I think the first one I sent out was, or maybe it wasn't the first one. This was at least one of the ones I sent out, which was hashtag Biden erased women is an amazing blend of Trumpers and TERFs whining about at Joe Biden, returning our goddamn rights back after the fascist left office. GCers want nothing more than to reduce girls to bodies, same as conservatives. One of the things that I think is super important here is that I don't give a fuck how leftist these people think they are. They're not. I don't care how liberal they think they are. If your liberalism or your leftism ends at trans people, get fucked. Because this idea that we can sit there and marginalize people because of our own nonsense is, how do I say this? I fucked that up. Better way to say this. To me, I think that there's a very real problem with the way that often TERFs are framed. I think partly because a lot of times in articles and the like, they're still treated as feminists, and thus instantly kind of looked at in sort of a liberal or leftist sphere. And I don't know if liberals or leftist spaces always know how to deal with that. At least the ones I've interacted with. There may be better experiences out there, so please listen to those people if they know more. But I think that's an issue. I think it's an issue that needs to be discussed, is that, everyone in the trans community makes fun of them and says they're not fucking feminists, and trans allies say this, but I really do think we need to push back on this idea that, no, TERFs and the trans equivalent, trans medicalists, are not in any way allies. We may agree on certain problems, but any of their advocacy, I can't say that word, advocacy, ends at certain marginalized groups, we wouldn't accept that. I've seen TERFs welcomed into spaces, or people get upset because they thought they were excluding lesbians, when the reality was they were excluding TERFs. And what is entirely bullshit is this wouldn't be an issue in a case of people of color. If you're in a queer space and a person of color comes in, we're not going to let the person stay who starts bitching about it. So why are TERFs able to still interact in this stuff? Now, granted, we all know they start their own groups and they start their own hate mongering and all that shit. Thank God Gender Critical on Reddit was taken down. Fuck them. But I do think it was really important for people to push back on this stuff. I will also say that I had a personal reflection that I was really, really proud of. I was crying when I wrote it, and I felt pretty great about it afterwards. It was very cathartic, and I feel like it's something that could be really useful for people if you want to check it out. I'm not really just doing a plug, do what you want, but I think especially for trans girls and trans femmes, and maybe AMAB NBs, this shit could affect them too, and I only just figured it out, and I'm 39, so yeah, I just want to put that out there. Last but not least, I guess this is just sort of a side thought. I am really, really concerned about the sort of Calvin Guerra stuff that's unfolding, because this person is an abuser. They ignite and provoke a hate mob to go after people who are non-binary. And while, yes, that's being pushed back on now, I think Calvin is dropping subscribers left and right, especially after Cops Hate Mo's video, and then also Brennan's video, both of which were fucking wonderful. But seriously, though, like, this may be one of the few trans people, besides, like, that people are going to interact with, and it's an immature boy who is going off about shit he has no knowledge of beyond his own experience and his own dysphoria. He's clearly an idiot as far as it comes to trans issues and as far as it comes to everything about transness. Like, I don't know if anyone else watched that, like, Riley Grace Rashong stream. It's worth watching. But there was way too much charity given to Calvin. Like, full stop. He shouldn't have been given that amount of charity. Xander Hall pushed back on him, as far as I was concerned. And then I saw people in the comments being like, Xander Hall shouldn't talk over a trans person. Fuck that. Xander Hall was being an ally and speaking actual medical truth. If we fall for this shit that we shouldn't talk over a trans person who's clearly attacking other people and has been a fucking plague on people, we're playing into, like, idpol levels of shit. Like, no. I think the person with the best argument and the real data is the one that should be listened to. And in this case, Xander Hall was on point. Excuse me. Sorry, in between... Wow, that was awful. Excuse me. My real voice crept out. Oh, no. So, I'll say this. Real voice, I'm joking. My point being is this. Too much charity was given to him, and too much discussion out of a potential redemption arc. I don't think this motherfucker can be redeemed. You don't attack your own so much just for the fucking acceptance of cis people. To do that is fundamentally horrifying. And I think people like Calvin Gara, Rose of Dawn, Blair White, whoever the trans man is that's in Ariel Scarcella's videos all the time, I don't think if you're going to support conservatives and fascists, if you're going to tout trans medicalism, and I mean actually tout trans medicalism, not like the ContraPoints thing where like people said they were, but they didn't really watch the videos or they didn't really listen to the arguments. I'm gonna get canceled for that. I don't care. So the point being is this. I'm just mostly sounding off to hear the sound of my own voice and to put out something as a part 2. I really do think that people should go check out Cops Hate Mo's video. I think people should go check out Brennan's videos. There's 3 of them up talking about that situation. And I think we need to be clear that, like, Calvin Gara is essentially like the Shane Dawson of TransTube. Like, full stop. Not in the sense of the same crimes, but in the sense of the overall harm. Maybe that's a hyperbolic take, maybe that's a spicy take, but that's generally my thoughts on this. So, but what do I know? I'm just some old chick with cat ears. So, I'll say this. I appreciate anyone that actually got through this video and watched it. I'm thinking of trying to do these regularly, and not just with my voice, but I'm thinking of trying to figure out how to learn Streamlabs OBS and maybe do a stream once a week. I still work as a therapist, so that's not going to be my, like, career, but yeah. I think I have things to say, and give it a fucking shot. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe both of them, or subscribe to me, yada yada. I'm still learning this shit. Yeah, I think it's really important to talk about this stuff, and maybe my voice is just 1 out of 1,000, but I still wanted to speak up about it, and yeah, that's where I'm at. My voice has significantly gone down and hurts, partially because I decided after my weird cat spasm when my partner walked in, I decided that I wanted to take a bite of spicy salsa, and inadvertently probably fucked my throat up a little bit, which is why I was coughing. Oops. I guess I'll learn. Don't eat salsa when you're on camera. Anyway, like and subscribe. I love you guys, and thank you for watching these things. If they helped anybody, or they set a position that you like or didn't like, feel free to say something. I appreciate it. So, lots of love. Be well. See you next time.